I want to talk a little around why not caring can actually lead to better outcomes so that we can give ourselves more fully into an activity and achieve more than we could if we consider the thing we're doing to be important and so care about it. This is something that I learned very clearly in my Alexander Technique lessons with Peter Nobes. We would play catch with each other in a room. He would throw me a ball, and like most humans ever, I think, when someone throws you a ball, it suddenly becomes important that you catch the ball. And you then try to catch the ball, and you kind of organize yourself in a slightly weird way, kind of like, it's important that I catch this ball type thing. And ultimately what ends up happening is that you care a bit too much, you interfere with your natural catching mechanisms, and you inevitably either drop the ball, fumble it, and then in my case, often just kind of apologize and looked a bit sheepish. That's one way of catching a ball. The other way to catch a ball is, ironically, to care a lot less. See the ball coming towards you, intend that you will catch it, and then not care at all whether you do or you don't. And what ends up happening is that your hand just kind of goes naturally to exactly the right place, and you kind of go like, huh, that was fun. I didn't do that. So where does this caring come from? Why do we interfere in this way? And how can we get back a kind of non-caring but engaged and appropriate way of being in activity? So the idea that I want to play a bit on is the idea of self 1 and self 2 from the Inner Game series, which conceptualizes this really well. So W. Timothy Galway wrote the Inner Game of Tennis, Inner Game of Work, all those books. And he describes self 1 as the thinking, explicit, and I would say doing mind, the part that tries to catch the ball. And self 2 is the part that actually catches the ball. And self 1 often gets confused and thinks that it's the one that does the job, it's the one that catches the ball, forgetting that self 2 even exists, and so interferes with self 2. So the more that self 1 gets involved, the more self 2, the thing that actually catches the ball, is compromised, is not able to do its natural, easy thing that it does. Now, I often hear a complaint at this point saying, oh, Michael, it's fine not to care about catching a ball in a room when no one's looking and there are no stakes. What about when I've got this important presentation at work? What about when I really want to get the girl I love and I want to kind of like achieve some clear outcome and some clear goal? Like certain things that just matter, right? They're important. And I say, well, yes, some things are clearly more important than others. If I drop a ball in a training session, no one cares. If I mess up at the presentation, there'll be some consequences. But at that point, I'd question why should you behave any differently? Is it possible to play in those spaces as well, or at least work up to it in some way and explore whether it's possible to play in those contexts? Because in the presentation, you probably realize that the less you care, actually something else comes up. That's when you seem to be cool and effortless, and there's just kind of a flow and this authentic, earnest self-expression that seems unforced. That's what authenticity is. So even though you may clearly want a certain outcome, you can still turn down the amount of, it's really important that I achieve something. I really care. I must get a certain outcome. And this is where the difference between caring and intending comes in. And this is really important. So caring is, as I describe, it kind of comes with this physical tension of, it's really important that I catch this ball thing. That's caring. It matters. Think bad things will happen, or I will be bad if I don't achieve this outcome. Intending, on the other side, is having a clear sense that I will have the activation energy. I will take an action towards a goal, but I don't care if I do or not. They're different axes. On a 2x2, they're different things. So in that example of catching a ball, I might intend to catch the ball. Clearly, I can either intend to catch the ball or intend not to catch the ball. And I'll either move or I won't. The ball will hit me in the chest or fly past me, or I'll move my hand. Now I can intend to catch the ball and just move my hand without caring. I can intend and try. I can intend not to catch the ball and care, and I'll kind of go, I'm tensing, I'm going to use my muscles not to move. Or I can intend and not care, which just looks like this. The ball can fly at me and I'm not going to move. I don't need to add any extra layers of trying, of doing, of caring. So this is something I see coming up an awful lot in my creative practice, and I see others fall into it as well. So I've just started a new notebook practice, which is a daily writing habit, and there's a new space on my website where I'll put daily writing. This is unlocking something because it's explicitly designed as a low effort, lower quality space, even though what I'm putting up there so far is pretty high quality. Because I've given myself the frame that I don't have to care so much, it's unlocking a greater sense of creativity and output. Even this video right now, I can feel I'm caring less, and so the words are coming out. A daily video habit, perhaps, will lower the stakes and make it easier for something else to show up, and I'll actually do a better job. So if you're stuck creatively, say making a YouTube video or having to write an essay or whatever it might be, just check if there's a sense of, do you care about this? Is it important that you get it right, that it's of a certain quality? Does it matter in some way? And rather than try to force your way through that by caring even more, by trying even harder, see if it's possible to turn down that caring while still intending to engage in the activity. So you intend to write while caring less about the quality of the outcome. Intend to record a video while caring less about how it comes out. And see if that unlocks anything. Because in my experience, very different things come up, and what comes up is often way better if you care less. So thanks for watching, and see you next time.